Our homes are our sanctuaries.
She loves gardening, so that was one of the things she needed to have.
But will they be ready for us as we age?
With this seat, it's actually built in.
And are we ready to perhaps let them go?
You can't go back onto the vineyard in a wheelchair, so we better, get rid of it.
On today's show, a home for a lifetime. If there's one thing we know for certain, it's that Canadians want to age at home. In a recent Carpe survey, 96% of respondents indicated they plan to age at home for as long as possible. Over half of Canadian homeowners, 45 plus, plan to modify their homes in the next 2 years for this very purpose. But staying home as we age is easier said than done. Modifications can be expensive, and sometimes downsizing is just a better option. Today, we're going to look at aging in place from these two perspectives and ask an age-old question: modify or downsize? Here in the Lower Mainland, a red-hot real estate market has made it very difficult for downsizers to find their perfect forever home. Between high prices and a lack of supply, finding the perfect fit can be challenging. I wanted to introduce you to a real estate agent who's dedicated her whole practice to helping seniors find their forever home. Hey, Carmen. Hi. I'm so excited to see you today.
Yeah, me too.
So what are we doing today?
Today, I'm showing you 3 different homes. So I do help older adults, especially seniors, find their forever home. But that could mean different things. It could mean downsizing, or it could mean aging in place.
Well, let's go take a look
All right.
inside. I'm dying to climb more stairs.
All right.
First up is a detached home in New Westminster that might have a few issues for seniors as they age.
Come on in.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can already tell too many stairs.
Yeah.
Why is this owner wanting to downsize?
The owners have lived here for 10 years. They raised their 3 boys here. It was a great family home. But now that they're going to be empty nesters, it's time to move on. There's a lot of things that are going on with this house that really, it's not their forever home. There's only 2 washrooms in this home. This one, and then downstairs in the basement. And down there is the washer dryer. So, at least once a week, twice a week, you're going up and down the stairs again. So here we have the kitchen. As you can see already, you're going to have to navigate around. The counter heights are tall, and it's really hard if you had a wheelchair to get in close to the sink or the stove. It's a beautiful backyard, but to get in from the garage,
More stairs.
there's more stairs, right?
Yeah.
So as you can see, there's different levels. From the garage, you're going to have to do stairs to get into the house.
Yeah.
And it's quite an expansive backyard.
You're going to take me to see some properties today.
Yes.
Karina's first home was beautiful, but it's not quite a forever home. Next up is a brand new condo building in the Oak Ridge area of Vancouver.
We just came from the place that, had a lot of issues, doesn't really work for aging in place. This one, you have to see it. I think it ticks a lot, if not all of the boxes.
Well, right away I noticed there's a ramp, so that's
Yes.
a good sign.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh,
So,
yes, I see what
I
you
wanted
mean.
to show this to you.
I see what you
It
mean.
is
Open.
open. So people who are moving from a home and want the feel of still being like in a house, I suppose, then this is something that would probably appeal to them. So this comes with 3 bedrooms, and there's 2 bedrooms on either side, so it's great for privacy. It's got a lot of light. It's got wraparound windows, and this deck wraps around as well.
I have to just bring something
Sure.
that someone might eventually have issues with climbing that little stoop
That
to go
could be,
outside.
yeah, it is one step, but it can make a big difference.
And then, this is beautiful.
Yes, very
It
spacious.
does.
So if you needed to get a wheelchair in here, you could. The sinks are a bit lower, and you'll notice, so it's got the levered fixture. The olden days where you had the knobs, sometimes it was really hard to twist or to grab onto. So nowadays, it's like that.
This is a stunning place. The ceilings, the windows, the light, the patios. What would be the drawbacks? There's always got to be something.
For this one, it's price, right? We're in the Oak Ridge neighborhood. So we're now looking at something that's over $2 million. Location-wise, it's so central. So you want the size, you want the neighborhood, then you're paying the price. This is brand new.
I'm ready to move. You're a dangerous friend to have. Our final stop is a senior-friendly apartment complex on Main and 37th.
So we've seen one that doesn't work,
Yeah.
one that works, and now this one works except for a few tweaks. So what's great about this building is that it's an adult-oriented building.
Wow.
So quite a few seniors live here, actually, 55 plus. So this is my client Lillian's place. She's in the middle of renovating. And so she started in the kitchen. Now you can see she's replaced the door handles.
Easy grass.
Easy grass, yes. And she's lightened up the place with white paint. She loves gardening, so that was like one of the things she needed to have. So we removed the tub and now made a walk-in shower. If she is in a wheelchair, we needed something that was accessible for her. It's beautiful and the drain is just flush.
Thank you so much for bringing us, Karina. This has been great to just get a sense of what's available in the market if you're patient, open-minded,
Yes.
and can invest a little bit of money to make it your perfect home.
Yeah, I'm so glad I was able to show you the apartment.
I am too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Karina has shown us 3 great options for downsizers. But what about those that want to keep their homes?
Can the doorways be made bigger if they're not already?
We're on a mission to learn how Zoomers are planning to age in place. We've seen how choosing to buy the right kind of home when you're younger can make it easier to stay there as you age. Now let's take a look at how you can modify what you have so it will last a lifetime. The first place to start is an experienced contractor. I wanted to talk to some experts on adaptive living, so I'm going to meet with Sandra and Sherry of Abstract Homes. Sandro!
Hey, Carmen, how are you?
Yeah. Can I come in?
Sure.
Full-on production.
Full-on production.
Nice to see you.
You as well. Come on in.
What are you doing in here?
Well,
Lots of action.
Well, right now, this phase of the project, we're installing doors and all the trim work.
So tell me a little bit about your company and how you focused your energies.
In the last number of years, we've been focusing on ageless and adaptive living. As we have an aging demographic, they want to be able to live in their homes as long as they possibly can. So in this particular bathroom, we talked about zero clearance and low threshold. And also this seating, nobody thinks about that. Typically they just have a shower, but with this seat, it's actually built in. So someone that needs help showering, they can just sit there and then they can shower. And then backing in the wall so you can put 3-foot grab bars, so they'll get mounted on here later on.
So what are kind of things that one should look for when you're house shopping if you plan to age at home?
The CHBA, which is the Canadian Home Builders Association, they have a directory. On there, there's people that are certified to do those types of renovations and or build. So that would be my first go-to is right there. Also, the team, it's not just about the builder, it's like the team that he has.
This book is actually from the Canadian Home Builders Association course. That makes us a specialist in adaptive homes. And then the biggest move for our company and where it kind of started really coming from the heart is when a good friend had a motorcycle accident. And that one there, we have learned beyond what this book can teach, because when you're with friends that has a disability, you really learn how hard it is for them day to day and the different barriers that you don't even think about.
Neil, if you don't mind encapsulating the day you had your motorcycle accident, what happened after that to get you to this place today?
So basically, I spent, I think, 5 months in hospital recovering. And then my wife said to me, you can't go back onto the vineyard in a wheelchair, so we better, get rid of it.
And then you moved to Vancouver.
moved back to Vancouver, yeah.
But you had another place at that time.
We had a place here in Kitsilano, but yeah, the one I couldn't get into in my wheelchair.
Was it stairs or
Yeah, there was
entry?
3 stairs from the street level down into the foyer, and then an elevator back up to the 2nd story, yeah.
I know you and Sandra and Sherry were pals. What was the process like for you of moving out of your home into something like this?
I think my wife did a lot of the research, finding this place, and then she worked with the occupational therapist in hospital and with Sandra and Sherry, and the OT came here to say, hey, we need to do this, or this needs to be widened, or we need to extend this, or the island units further away so I can turn my wheelchair around.
We had to take this whole wall apart, and actually we had to rejig this whole entryway and make the bathroom quite a bit longer this way. We've got a slight ramp where you're standing right now.
I feel it, yeah.
There's a slight ramp there. The other door, there's a slight ramp there. And then if you look at the shower here, we had to figure out how can we get this so it's not too hard for him to get up and over, and then slope it back down this way here. It was a lot of work.
Do you see this being your forever home?
For the foreseeable future, yes. But I mean, it's comfortable and it's convenient and it's a great neighborhood. So yeah, for the foreseeable future, yes.
When we come back, we're going to learn about a program that helps people with disabilities stay connected with technology. But first, our regular segment with Chef Julian Bond. He's back in the kitchen cooking healthy, affordable, and Zoomer-friendly recipes.
Hi everybody, welcome to Granville Island here in the heart of Vancouver. One of the busiest food markets in North America, but it's also one of the best. This put a smile on my face. Fresh pasta, fettuccine, linguine. Now between fresh and dried, there's really no difference. Dried is just as good as fresh, but if you can buy it fresh, why not? They make a beautiful potato gnocchi made from baked potatoes, and you combine it with a little flour, a little bit of egg, and we're gonna put that into a casserole to make a one-pot dish. It's gonna be absolutely tasty. Thank you so much. I love one-pot cooking. So easy, you don't have to think twice. Simple, easy recipe using gnocchi. I'm gonna add some olive oil, 1 diced sweet medium onion. And I don't have to cook them too far, just a couple of minutes. In goes my entire can of diced tomatoes. With my tomatoes and onions, some beautiful BC wine. This is a rosé, goes perfect with the dish I'm making. And all I'm gonna do is bring this to a simmer. If I add my cream now, there's a chance my cream could curdle because a lot of acidity here. So I need to get that rolling boil going. So I'm using ham, you could use chicken, you could use, well, absolutely anything works really well. But you can go to your local butcher, just ask them for about a 1-inch thick slice of ham. And that's also going to permeate and flavor my sauce. The wine, the tomato, and the onion have all come together. 33% whipping cream. Not a lot. So that's my base liquid. When I add the gnocchi, the tomato, the cream is all going to get absorbed into my gnocchi. Stir. I mean, that's delicious just as it is. If you kept it vegetarian, it's fantastic. In goes my ham, the smoky flavors are going to sit there. Sprig of thyme, just one, so I can find it again, take it out, and just a fine sprinkling of salt. Put on my lid, and we're gonna come back to it in about 15 minutes. Grab your ladle, grab your bowl. Nice blend of the beautiful ham, the gnocchi, finish with a little bit more parsley. Add that fresh touch. Close your eyes and enjoy these pillows of tasty goodness.
From renos to downsizing, we've been looking at how Zoomers are finding functional homes that will help them age in place. But simple pieces of technology can help us day to day. Dean Atwell has more.
Have you ever tried to get out of a door in a wheelchair with a service dog and keeping the door open? So I do need the ability to open and shut the door by remote.
The transformative power of technology is enhancing the lives of seniors with disabilities. Technology that is crucial for everyday living.
In my house, I use Alexa, and I turn on lights, turn off lights. Alexa, bedroom off. It's really wonderful to be able to go to bed and then just tell them the lights to go off, and they go off. You want to go behind me?
Yeah, I'll follow you. I work for an organization called Technology for Living. I'm their community coordinator, so I help out with many of our community-oriented programming. Oftentimes I'm working one-on-one with our membership, like Zasha, to help them to implement technology in their home that will help them to live it more independently. In a nutshell, that's what Technology for Living's goal is, to help people with disabilities to live more independently in the community. I think as we age, we need to be able to adjust to a new reality. Things that you could do once, you can't do anymore, or they're done with difficulty. And adapting to that new way of life is huge. And technology can help make that transition a lot easier.
Say you need to go to the washroom in the middle of the night. So to turn on your lights without having to run to one side of the room to get another, to get things on. It's a safer thing for seniors, and it works really well.
Part of our originating story at Canova is so much of life happens at your fingertips. And with a device like this, I can reach out and touch the world. Even as corny as that sounds, it is absolutely true.
Driveway is hard to drive on. If I didn't have technology, I would probably be in a home somewhere, which would be the worst thing that could happen to me. I like being in control of my life as much as I can. I want to live my life the way I would like to. And I don't think I would do very well in a home.
Fist bumping into the future here. Dean Atwell, Joy Television.
There are so many little things that we can do to make our homes safer and more accessible. Or, if you really want to go big, you can install your own funicular.
Well, here at this Toronto home, the owner has found a great way to bypass the over 70 steps it takes to get from his driveway all the way to his house by installing a very unique piece of equipment that will allow him to age in place longer by literally giving him a lift.
This is called a funicular, and it's here to help the owners age in place. They have a parking lot at the top and no way down except for stairs. This allows them, if they're in a mobility device or just with luggage, friends, whatever, to get down to the main floor of the house. We need to extend this driveway so that you can have a level step. Control, up, down, and stop. So off we go.
It's just like an elevator, that's it.
Pretty much, yeah. Similar kind of safety controls. And a leisurely ride down the hill.
How long did this take to get completed?
It's taken about 1.5 years. That's partly due to approvals. The actual build was only 2 weeks.
It's about 45 feet long, 30 degrees, and seats 4 people, 750 pounds. Look at how close it's going to come to that corner. It's like that far. Look how close that is. It's just insane.
Really putting the thread through the needle, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Aging in place is a big issue in our business. The best way is so you can stay in your home. Everyone wants to do that. It can be something as big as this or elevators, but there's all kinds of simple things like handrails, of course, are very important, not only on a stair, but for showers and other places where there's a slip possibility.
For more information on how you can make your home work for you as you age, visit carpe.ca. Taking a great ride here in Toronto, I'm Darren Maharaj for Zoomer News.
Well, that's just about it for the show. We'll be back soon to wrap things up. But first, a few words from Carpe President Rudy Boutignolle.
Hi, I'm Rudy, President of the Canadian Association of Retired Persons. Home care. We know from what surveys tell us and Canadians tell us that most people want to age in place. People want to be able to live in their own homes, in their own neighborhoods for as long as possible. That's why one of Carpe's top 5 priorities is home care. We're advocating for more funding for professional services, healthcare workers, personal service workers, and supports to allow people to age in place. But there are also smaller practical things one can do on one's own in your household, and that's fall prevention. We know that the smallest trip can lead to disastrous results. For more information on this and other webinars, check out our website, carpe.ca, and join our movement.
The key to aging at home is to plan ahead. So take stock. Where do you want to be and how do you plan to get there? And that's the show. Remember, as our Carpe Chairman Moses Neimer always says, the best way to keep going is to keep going. So Carpe Diem and seize your day.